This morning's guest has been honored a number of times over the last few years, but today he's here to honor another tremendous community servant. Find out what it's all about coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Myrtle Beach Herald in its conference room at 4806 Northgate Boulevard in Myrtle Beach, right behind Myrtle Beach Lighting and Barn Hill Realty off the bypass. We're focused on tomorrow morning's March of Dimes Community Servant Award Breakfast. And we're visiting with the chairman of the event, Lance Thompson. Good morning, Lance.
How are you? Good to see you again.
Getting close. We're literally 24 hours away.
And we're excited about it. It's going to be a great event.
It is going to be not only a great turnout, but a tremendous honoree. And, of course, the opportunity to be there at the Crown Reef has a double meaning tomorrow.
Absolutely. It sure does. Yeah, we're real excited about it. It'll be a great event. We're looking for a good turnout, and tickets will still be available tomorrow morning for sale as well. So anybody that hadn't made their arrangements already, we hope they'll come out and be with us.
Absolutely. Of course, a very easy place to find, and the opportunity to make a donation to the March of Dimes. And
it's a great way to honor a wonderful community servant as well as raise some money for the March of Dimes. So you're right. It'll be a great event tomorrow morning.
Very definitely. Very definitely. What are you going to be doing over the next 24 hours getting ready? Is it pretty well a seamless event? You all have done so much work leading up to it to get ready, and obviously the Crown Reef Resort and Conference Center lays out so much and does a tremendous job. But what will you be doing over the next 24 hours?
Well, hopefully doing some last-minute details. The Crown Reef does a wonderful job. They've been our host for several years and do a great job in the setups, the logistics. Most everything's completed. We have gotten a lot of response, and we're expecting a good turnout. But again, we're inviting anybody who haven't made their final plans yet to come out tomorrow morning and join us. Tickets can be purchased at the door. So. Yeah, so for the next 24 hours, we'll be wrapping up all the last-minute little details and getting ready, and then be ready for 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Crystal Hummer, the executive director of the March of Dimes, the PD division, highlighted that there will be 2 or 3 tables at least put aside for folks who want to show up literally tomorrow morning, 6:45, 7, right on time.
That's right.
To be able to get in, and of course, folks say, "What am I getting? How much is it going to cost me? What am I getting?" But of course, the real focus is that would be a donation for the most part to the March of Dimes.
Right. Tickets are $187.50, and again, that is mostly a donation to the March of Dimes. But again, we're honoring a wonderful community servant, Woody Crosby. He's done so much for the local area, and it's a great way for people to come and support Woody and help raise money for the March of Dimes.
Right. Share with viewers who may not be familiar with Woody a little bit about him and what prompted the March of Dimes to recognize him. And we want to talk a little bit about the history of the award here in Horry County and who are some of the other folks that have been recognized over the years.
Great. Woody is the president of Jordan Properties. They own and operate a lot of local hotels, and Woody has been so involved in the Chamber of Commerce, the Myrtle Beach Area Hospitality Association. He's been Hotelier of the Year in the past. He's just really been involved in so many of the community activities and organizations that have helped make Myrtle Beach what it is today. And so he was a perfect choice for the March of Dimes to pick to be able to honor for this award. And he's got so much support from everybody in the community, and everybody's got great things to say about him. We're honored to have him as our honoree.
Oh,
just
yeah.
A perfect person.
This used to be called, I believe, in the Horry County area, the Real Estate Breakfast. It followed instead the name with Community Servant Award. Much of the rest of the state has been using that.
Right. And it started out that way, and we had followed suit with it named as the Real Estate Award Breakfast. But there were so many people in town that were not involved in necessarily real estate development that we felt like were perfect honorees, people that we wanted to focus on and that would really help us do a good job with the March of Dimes and have a special place for them as honorees. So it was actually changed to the Community Servant Award and the name, and helped broaden the spectrum for us and really help get some more people involved that maybe just wouldn't have been with just the Real Estate Award.
Right, name. Very definitely. I see some of these past honorees here in Horry County. In 2001 when it kicked off, David Douglas, Tom Woods from Wellbro, of course, was instrumental there at the Convention Center Hotel. in 2002. And 04, Billy Alford and Danny Isaac.
Right.
Very exciting partners here in the area. And in 2005, Version Chapin, the folks there I see listed, the Anderson family in 06, and then C.L. Benton and Sons just last year.
Right.
So, a great group to be associated with.
Yeah, we're really fortunate to have the lineup of folks that we've had over the years, because it's, again, not just the tie-in with the March of Dimes, but the local community that's embraced these families because of all they've done. And people really do want to come out and honor them and support the things they've done. And we're very fortunate to have the group of people that we've had in the past and with Woody this year just follow suit.
Who are some of the other folks working on the committee with you, Lance? And you all have been preparing for this for quite a long time.
We have. On the committee, we've got Franklin Long, who is our chairman of the board for the March of Dimes, Richard Singleton from Chicora, Gary Bradham. There's several of the board members who have chipped in, but that's our basic core committee, that has worked to try to put this together.
The Horry County division of the March of Dimes, part of the PD division, a very large segment of the state that the two folks there in Conway, that Crystal and Colleen serve, a lot of events going on year-round.
They've always got something going on, and they're always traveling somewhere and stay extremely busy and do a wonderful job. We are very fortunate to have Crystal and Colleen working, representing the March of Dimes and working for us, not only here in Horry County, but like you say, across the PD and all the different walks and auctions and events and galas and everything that they do. It's we're very fortunate to have those two folks.
Absolutely. Share with viewers a little about the March of Dimes, Lance. Just why do folks want to get out there and support? Obviously, to recognize and to honor Woody Crosby tomorrow is a special thing, but for folks who may not know him, do they still want to get out there, and why do they want to help the March of Dimes?
Sure, and the March of Dimes is one of those organizations that really does a tremendous amount that impacts all of us. The research and development that goes in trying to stop premature birth. You know, March of Dimes have been around a long, long time, and I think the March of Dimes Walk America, which Walk for Babies now, was the original walk. And so March of Dimes has been around forever, does so much to help with premature birth and trying to end prematurity and educating young mothers about the safeties and things that they need to focus on during their pregnancies. So it's a wonderful organization. Even if people don't specifically know Woody and would like to come out and support the March of Dimes, it's a great event. We'll have a lot of fun, great food there at the Crown Reef, and we'd invite them to come out for that reason as well.
Absolutely. Prematurity and all types of birth defects. We think about the incredible numbers of gadgets that are now seen in hospital rooms that come out of the research dollars that have been raised from the March of Dimes.
Absolutely. And you know, a visit over to one of the hospitals and to see the floor that houses these preemie babies,
the neonatal intensive care unit.
But you know, it's wonderful to go in and see all that's done for these babies and what impact it has. And so again, the March of Dimes does a wonderful job supporting and lending and helping the research and development and trying to promote the education that will help eliminate that problem that we've got.
Absolutely, Lance. Speaking of sporting and lending, obviously you work for a company that supports and lends you out to tremendous organizations like the March of Dimes. The Heart Association just last week, Charlie Myrick, the senior area director, was with us, and he was promoting you partly because you serve as the sponsorship co-chairman with North Johnson of the upcoming Heart Ball about 6 months away, which will be held up at the Hilton. Very exciting. One of the great things he highlighted is that the sponsorship committee has worked together to achieve more than $100,000 already in sponsorship dollars, and you're only, you're 6 months away. And it's incredible to think that you're that far along towards the tremendous goal. But
yeah, it's amazing how much work's gone into it already, and we are way ahead of last year and really wanted to get a head start on the event for next February, and people have been very receptive to that, and so we're fortunate and looking forward to a great event in February as well for the Heart Ball. So another great organization, the Heart Association, another one that holds a special place in my heart. So, but you mentioned the Jackson companies, and I am very fortunate to be employed with a company that does support and encourage the involvement in community affairs and activities and organizations, and myself and a lot of us throughout the company have been able to be involved in a lot of different things and hopefully make an impact, and to have that support from the company makes all the difference in the world. it's really part of the job for us.
Please give us a little background for our viewers in the PD in southeastern North Carolina who may not be familiar with the Jackson Companies. What exactly is the
Jackson Companies, family-owned business. Mr. and Ms. Nelson Jackson started the company, and with Ocean Lakes Family Campground, we opened in 1971, and since we've opened Prestwick Country Club, Crystal Lake Mobile Home Village, Saybrook, which is right now a commercial and real estate and retail development that will turn into a traditional neighborhood development over the next few years with adding residential. So there's a lot of different businesses that Jackson Companies are involved in, but mainly known for Ocean Lakes Family Campground, Prestwick Country Club, and Crystal Lake and Saybrook.
So the Jackson Company is almost exclusively here in Horry County. Its
sure
focus is right here.
Everything's right here in Horry County, and Mrs. Jackson's father was a Conway native, a pharmacist over in Conway who started acquiring land back when it wasn't the thing to do. He was a man ahead of his time and knew that acquiring land and would be a good investment over time, and he acquired a great deal of land, and she inherited some of that, and it's over time been developed, and that will be our challenge going forward over the next decades, is turning some of the undeveloped property into revenue-producing properties.
That's tremendous.
Yeah, there's a lot on the plate for the Jackson Companies going forward, a lot of exciting things happening, and I'm very fortunate to be part of that organization.
Obviously, you got a lot of great teammates there at Ocean Lakes. I know you've been very proud of and continue to grow a tremendous crew there. A lot of great groups on the executive group there for the Jackson Companies, other vice presidents within the company that really help make things tick.
You know, we're headed up. Our president and CEO, Dennis Wade, sets a great example for all of us. He's the United Way campaign chair this year.
Is that right? Yeah.
He is, and he's been very involved with the March of Dimes, done the Walk Americas in the past. But it, you know, I guess starts with Mr. and Ms. Jackson, but then Dennis is our president and CEO. He is very involved. He encourages the rest of us. Steve Alger's another vice president, along with David Durant, myself, and we make up the executive team for the Jackson Companies, and all of us have been very involved in the community, but it's not just at our level. You know, we're so fortunate to have folks, and the tenure and longevity is just amazing at our company, and not just at the management level. We've got some entry-level frontline people that have been with our company in excess of 25 years, which in this day of time is almost unheard of.
That's tremendous.
But very loyal team with the Jackson Companies, and we're very proud of the people that we've got, and that loyalty is a two-way street. You know, the company's been loyal to the teammates, and the teammates have been loyal to the company, and it helps us do a better job at what we do and be a better company and be more successful, and helps us have very happy customers overall.
Absolutely, Lance. Well, you know, so oftentimes in the summer season we've thought of it as Memorial Day to Labor Day being yesterday, and I hope you all had a great Labor Day with Memorial Day to Labor Day. How'd the summer fare for, you think, for the beach, and how did it fare for Ocean Lakes?
Well, for us at Ocean Lakes, it was extremely busy. Once the kids got out of school, it was a very, very busy summer for us, and extremely successful. The spring, anytime Easter comes early, like it did this year, it has an impact. Everything gets ramped up before it normally would this year in mid-March, and then there's the big gap between Easter and Memorial Day, and so there was a little bit of a lull there. And it seems like there's always a little bit of a slow spring, and probably also impacted by the economy and the gas prices and everything else there. But the summer itself for us was amazing. It's been extremely busy. The Labor Day weekend wrapped up with a bang. Everything was wonderful, and so we're very thankful that in this economic environment that we were very successful. So the beach itself, I hear mixed reviews. I hear some people that had a very good summer, other people that struggled a little bit, and obviously the economy has had an impact on the area. So I'm hoping that with the upcoming presidential election and with the marketing housing market the way it is, that things will turn around, and we'll look forward to even better 2009.
Absolutely.
But we're very fortunate to end up the year the way we did, or the summer the way that we did. You know, when I came to the beach 23 years ago, you're absolutely right. It was kind of 100 days was the season, and once Labor Day came, everybody said, well, now it's over. But actually, you know, once we got through Labor Day, then the different crowd comes for us at Ocean Lakes, and we stay extremely busy with retirees and empty nesters, and
So from here on until...
Absolutely, on through Thanksgiving. Stays extremely busy for us. And then right after Thanksgiving, it slows down a little bit. We get another holiday rush around Easter, and especially at New Year's. That's become a wonderful time for people to kind of follow up the Christmas holidays and have a little post-holiday getaway when the kids are still out of school. So New Year's has been wonderful for us. And then January, the rest of January and February are our slowest times of the year before we start ramping up before Easter again the following spring.
That is tremendous, Lance. How exciting.
Yeah, we've really seen a lot of evolution and change at not only Ocean Lakes but Myrtle Beach and the whole Grand Strand community. But you're absolutely right. The season that used to be just the summer, Memorial Day to Labor Day, that's changed so much now. And thankfully it has, and it's helped the whole community. And there's a lot of fun things, good things happening year-round at the beach. And you know, where a lot of properties used to close after Labor Day, you don't see that much at all anymore because there's enough people around here to support the community and really keep us busy.
Let's pray it'll stay that same way. The other campgrounds have had, I'm sure, equally good success this summer, hopefully good success, but they're much the same way. Do they like to focus on the year-round approach as well?
They do, Greg, and we're fortunate in the campground industry that you know, we're not getting any more competition. You can see what's going on across the beach with the development, and there's new hotels and condos and beach houses being developed every day, and so the options are out there, and the supply has really grown. There's not been any new campgrounds developed along the Grand Strand in a long, long time. As a matter of fact, it's going the other way. We've lost some of the campgrounds to development, further development of kind of vertical properties to maximize. So where other industries are kind of fighting new competition, we're not. And so any new business is shared by the existing oceanfront and other campgrounds along the Grand Strand. And we're fortunate in that regard that we share those new business and get the part of the people that come and they find the campground they like the best. And so it's been good, and I think all the campgrounds have been very successful and busy this summer, just like always. That's
tremendous, Lance. So we got about 5 minutes. Let's focus on tomorrow morning's event. Just break it down. Share with viewers. Of course, it being in its 6th or 7th year, there's a real opportunity to kind of have an idea of what the event will hold, but just break down the itinerary for...
Well, you know, we'll do a welcome first. We are serving breakfast there. There'll be some kind of the March of Dimes background, and then there'll be a focus on our honoree, Woody Crosby, and all he's done for the area and his successes and how he has helped everybody in the local area, and the reason why the March of Dimes has chosen him as our honoree. So about a 2-hour, there'll be a little mix and mingle networking opportunity as well, and then again, we're just looking forward to a great event, honoring a wonderful person and doing a good thing, raising money for the March of Dimes.
A great opportunity to be able to get in and get out and still get to work on time, more or less, for folks who can get in as late as 9 a.m. They can obviously get out there by 7 and be there the full 2 hours and experience the entire, as you say, getting into the history of the March of Dimes, highlighting some of the ambassador families, the ambassador babies, a real central focus there of the March of Dimes mission there, and to know that $187.50, I guess that odd number ties into the fact that it just breaks down a table.
It does.
You were selling tables, so someone could potentially even come in and buy a table.
Oh, absolutely. We'd love to see that happen. But that is, you know, one part of a table, one seat at a table.
Good.
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely.
And we've got Diane Devon Stokes emceeing again, and Diane's been very involved with March of Dimes since the very beginning in Horry County.
That's
so she does a wonderful job, and will again tomorrow morning. So we're looking forward to that.
That's wonderful. We'll, of course, highlighted, excited to get Joe Fisher, who had formerly been active here as the executive director of the PD division of the March of Dimes, will be with us here on the show tomorrow.
Wonderful.
She's coming over from Sumter, and so we're looking forward to rushing over to the Crown Reef immediately thereafter. But that setting, the Crown Reef Conference Center, the resort and conference center, is such a perfect venue.
It is absolutely perfect. They do a wonderful job there. They've got a great staff, and they've been a wonderful host for our event for a number of years. So we're very thankful that they are involved and do what they do for our group.
And of course, Woody's involvement there stepped up to the plate early back in 2001, well before anyone even, I'm sure he was considered as an honoree many times in the past, but he surely wasn't doing it to be an honoree. He was doing it because it's another example of the right thing to do.
And a great cause, and they have done the right thing. And Woody's always been that way, he and all his staff and all the companies that he represents.
Very definitely. And, you know, you think about for yourself, You said 23 years?
23
Is that the
year.
year you
Yes,
were on?
sir.
What's that,
1985. I came here. Yeah.
Amazing to think
Yeah.
for you. What have been some of the biggest highlights over the last 23 years for you, whether it's change or whether it's obviously the birth of your girls, whether
Sure.
it's you and Marjorie?
Yeah,
what are some of the
yeah,
big
get
things
married
that really...
in 89 and
Is
then
that
the birth
right?
of
That
the kids
happened.
in
Yeah.
91 and 95. And then, but from a business standpoint, just getting to see the evolution and development of our properties and the Grand Strand community in general, and the growth that we've seen, and you know what goes into making the Myrtle Beach area such a great place to live, work, and play. It's just been an amazing evolution to see, and the changes that you know have taken place since 1985. It makes you proud to live and work here. It really
absolutely.
does.
Now, Lance, did you ever imagine when you got here in '85 that you'd be here for almost a quarter of a century?
No, I didn't, Greg. I honestly thought I'd come to the beach, work 2 or 3 years, and then move somewhere and get a real job somewhere. I didn't realize that I could actually do this and stay here, but I'm so fortunate to have landed with the Jackson family and the companies that they own, and it's been a wonderful relationship all these years, and I hope and plan to be here until I retire and even pass. So yeah, I'm very fortunate in that regard.
You know, as you think about Ocean Lakes there in the 23 years, how has it changed? What have been some of the big changes there over your 23 years? And you've been the vice president and general manager for how long?
For the last 12 years.
Wow.
I came, office manager before then. But, yeah, we have seen some tremendous changes. You know, it used to be, again, more seasonal, and our annual lease sites used to house just RVs. You know, we only had mobile homes or travel trailers on the annual lease sites. Now we've got beach houses, so that's been a tremendous change. And Hurricane Hugo changed all that from our zoning and the destination abilities to do what we do now. So we're fortunate that we're able to provide a wide spectrum of opportunities for people to come and vacation with us. We are a family campground, but we've got a number of people that come every year that don't camp, have never camped, don't intend to camp, but they love the campground atmosphere, and they know they can rent one of the beach houses and have a good family environment to vacation in, and be part of our operation without being a camper.
Absolutely. Speaking of family, your immediate family all right here. Your girls are still...
Yep, yeah, growing up, getting bigger every day, 17 and almost 13 now.
Wow,
so,
Lance,
yeah,
17? You'll have a sweet 18.
I got one that's a senior in high school, and you know, we're already thinking about college, and it's amazing how quick that happens. So for you, Emma Claire, don't blink your eyes, because it's going to be here before
Lance,
you know it.
I know. She'll be 6 in less than right at a week. It's incredible to think about. I can't even imagine for you, having seen her entire life, obviously, here. In Myrtle Beach and Savannah as well, and
wonderful girls. I'm very fortunate.
That is tremendous. And of course,
first I overmarried. First of all, with Marjorie.
That's right.
And then
you outmarried yourself.
I outmarried myself, and then we're blessed with 2 wonderful daughters. So we've been very fortunate.
Absolutely, Lance. And for you, a tremendous focus on the March of Dimes. You're obviously one of the founding board members of the Horry County Division of the March of Dimes. You've been very active with the American Heart Association. And there are other loves for you on the community service side. You've been very active in the Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce, former past chairman, and volunteer there. Yeah,
and the United Way is very important to our company, and a lot of us that are involved. I'm chairing the South Strand this year for that campaign, and Junior Achievement's another one of my projects. I'm currently chairman of the board for the Junior Achievement to help you know, the economic education in our schools and all. So yeah, there's just so many good opportunities out here, and I would just encourage anybody to find something that you're interested in, and it's a wonderful way to help out the community, but also meet some wonderful people, make a difference, and the fulfillment and sense of accomplishment is just unbelievable once you get involved in something and see what a difference you can make. I would encourage anybody to find something they like to do and really get involved and help out.
We've seen that for you out of the Miracle League games as well.
Absolutely.
Lance, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Very definitely. Stay tuned to a little more with Lance Thompson here on Carolina People coming up next. What a simple mission, but a special one. Think about it. The March of Dimes mission is to ensure the health of every baby, every single one, not just babies that are born prematurely, not babies with birth defects, but every single baby, to help stave off any issues that may come down the pike, to help in prematurity, to make a real effort there. It's a simple mission, but it's one that you got to think about. How can you be involved? How can you make a difference? You can be like Lance. You can volunteer for a group. You can get out and call on people to buy tickets to come out. But if you can't do that, you can get out to an event, a special event. The Community Servant Award Breakfast is to be held tomorrow morning, September 3rd, from 7 to 9 a.m. at the Crown Reef Resort Conference Center. You can be there. If you can't be there, though, you can still make a difference. 488-3463. Call the March of Dimes. Find where you can send a donation. Find if you can come in and get on the phone and make calls. If you can be a part of the March for Babies. If you can be a part of some of the other tremendous events, the Stars Chef's Auction, which will be held towards the end of the year. Make a difference to the March of Dimes. The mission is simple, but the efforts to get there are going to be tough. You've got to continue to get out there and support this group. Get out there and help honor Woody Crosby and all the amazing volunteers for the March of Dimes tomorrow. Lance Thompson, thanks so much
Appreciate it.
for being with us this morning.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.